you know, where I show you have a client that is, no, she's the therapist.
Oh.
And she follows the client. So you, let's say you are a therapist who follows the client.
And you are the client.
I'm the client and I'm so mixed up, my God. Okay? I'm mixed up. Didn't we do that last time?
Not this one.
Okay. So you follow the client,
Yes.
because that's what most of us learn to do, just follow the client, and I'm lost. So you follow me. Oh, I don't think, you know,
Oh my gosh.
with my kids, I think it's been, you know, a terrible,
Ooh,
and you know, it's...
That's
okay.
challenging.
Okay, thank you very much. Please applaud our volunteer. You know, sometimes we follow clients, and in this case here, I'm showing a client who's very disturbed. But in the case of a depressed client, they will take you right there to the corner. They will take you right here, and so you'll end up, both of you, in the corner. Well, in the corner, everything is dark. Everything is, there's no option. I don't have enough air to breathe. I mean, I find many people who are depressed, this is where they're heading, and they've been walking in that direction. I had this guy, he was like 65, and he just lost his job. But he didn't have the money to retire. He needed to keep working, and he loved working. But he's very, very shy, and I mean, he's a hard worker, and he worked all his life in the construction field. But the business closed down, and he lost his job. And he's too shy to go apply. He doesn't have a vitae, a curriculum vitae, and the guy is very, very depressed. He's thinking about committing suicide because if I don't have enough money to bring what my wife needs to bring for him, that was the, you know, if you don't have enough money to bring what your wife needs and to bring your wife to the restaurant on Saturday night, might as well die. I agreed with it, you know, but I couldn't tell him. I was a psychologist, you know, and I cannot tell him. And so, of course, it's a joke. And so I just told him, you know, I said, so when you lost your job, let's say you were here, that's open, there's even an exit there and you can go and, you know, so that would represent someone who stays open to options, possibilities, having to walk, having to change place. Or did you head in that direction? Oh my God, my life is over. Nobody will ever hire me again. I'm too old. They will take a younger one. I'm too shy. I'm not good. I cannot bring anything to my family. And then that, isn't it what you did? And so you ended up being in the corner. And you know, once you are there in the corner, but do you think you can go any further? No, I'm not surprised you're thinking about suicide, because as long as you go in that direction, you are, there's no other options. But if you start turning around, and you turn around, just a little bit, and then you start looking at all the other options, and you start heading 180-degree opposite from the direction where you were going. So instead of closing down the options, you're opening up. You may have to look in another area, not only in terms of work, but in terms of location. You may have to go back to school. You want to stay on the working group. Okay, well, you may have to go back to school. You may have to, But if you are looking in the corner, you're done. If you turn around, there are many options. In which direction are you heading? Let's say I see you next week, and you're still thinking there's nothing for you, you cannot do anything, no one will hire you, I don't have what it takes to go and apply for a job. If you keep listening to that tape, next week when I'll see you next week, could you tell me in which state you are going to be? If I see you in a month, and you keep listening to that tape and these thoughts and heading in that direction, could you tell me how you're going to be? Okay, now, if you start opening up, there are many people who are there to help you. Look at your options, help you. Okay, right now you don't have the skills to go meet an employer and present yourself and show your vitae and show what you've done in your life and show your interest. People are there to teach you, role play with you, do that with you, practice before you go. If you start thinking like that, show me, and the client is still there, show me what it will do, and he starts automatically to turn around. When he experiences it, there are some imprints, experience, sensations, pictures that are associated, reinforcing this option. So we need to do it physically so that he turns around, and often you do that and they go, they breathe and they look around. There's something very powerful in that experience. Again, every experience, you come back with it and you use it to monitor the changes from session to session. So I could tell my client, when you came last week, you were here. Could you show me where you are this week? Sometimes they say, well, I'm like this. Is it better? Yeah, it's already better. Do you have a job? No. So the only thing that changed is you. Okay? The only person who changed is you, and you already feel better. Imagine, I mean, we cannot guarantee a job to anybody, to everybody. But we guarantee you that if you turn around and you remain open and you walk in a different direction, there is space, there's air, there's more possibilities, Optionen, Möglichkeiten. That's it, I don't know any other words.